started writing the very first Mr. Deity episode, Mr. Deity and the Evil, in December of 2004, just after an earthquake in the Indian Ocean caused a massive tsunami which killed 250,000 people. We shot that very first episode in October of 2006, 16 years ago. Coincidentally, that was the same month that Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion was released. 2 years earlier, Sam Harris had published The End of Faith, followed by Letter to a Christian Nation in 2006. Dan Dennett published Breaking the Spell in 2006 as well, followed by Christopher Hitchens' God is Not Great in 2007. The year we released that very first Mr. Deity episode. Believe it or not, I was oblivious to all of this. But Mr. Deity fit right in. The Four Horsemen, as they came to be known, were also coming from a place of ridicule, contempt, and endless irritation. We were all sick of the bullshit, the nonsense, the privilege, and the power wielded by those trading in such obvious absurdities. Watching those early lectures by the Fact Four is a hoot. Mockery and ridicule filled their speeches, interviews, and writings. And the satire of Mr. Deity, it was the perfect compliment, if I do say so myself. People were finally and very publicly pointing out both the farce and menace of organized religion, and having a blast doing so. Then came Phil Plate's Don't Be a Dick speech at TAM. I don't remember what year that was, nor am I certain that Phil's speech was the cause, but the tables began to turn. People in our community started engaging with religious apologists, respectfully, academically. Hold on. I'm going to need a moment. Of course, I never went there, as evidenced by my various F the Pope videos. I stand by that course and, in fact, think the events of late demonstrate that I have been heading in the right direction all along. The tribal war god of Abraham and the religions it spawned are worthy of nothing but contempt, mockery, and ridicule. In the last few months, we've seen Christianity's leading apologist, a guy with a master's in theology and a PhD in philosophy, confess that his embrace of Christianity began as nothing more than an adolescent emotional response to the wonderful and fantastic, having clearly never heard the phrase, "if it's too good to be true." This teenager heard that God loved him, forgave his sins, and without so much as a moment's thought decided right there and then that if there was any chance that could be true, he was pushing all of his chips to the center of the table. Yeah, he Casino Royaled it without so much as a moment's caution or contemplation. Everything since is merely partisan chauvinism and special pleading. And it's not like we didn't already know this. Just watch one of his lectures or debates. Watch one of my videos critiquing his nonsense. It's been clear for a very long time that Dr. Bill walks around in a burqa filled with bullshit, covered head to toe, disguised only by the trappings of the academy, which should impress no one. Not after this gibberish.
And my view here is that the way in which I know Christianity is true is first and foremost on the basis of the witness of the Holy Spirit in my heart, and that this gives me a self-authenticating means of knowing that Christianity is true wholly apart from the evidence.
This guy thinks he has an imaginary friend who until very recently was referred to by the whole of Christendom as a ghost, who is clearly and obviously the universe's premier polygraphist, roaming the galaxies with his lie detector in tow and sharing his findings only with the truly delusional, like Dr. Craig. Delusional, yeah, that's the term Lobar Bill cluelessly uses to describe the members of other faiths who lay claim to the same hideous poppycock, completely oblivious to the fact that his shit stinks every bit as much. Seriously, people, it's the 21st century, and we still have large swaths of the population whose brains are stuck in the Bronze and Iron Ages, giving reverence to the writings of literal ignoramuses in terms of what they knew about the way the world actually works. People who literally believe that a woman was fashioned from the rib of a dust man, who was then conned into screwing the whole of humanity by a talking snake, catching their all-knowing God completely off guard. Who knew, right? Oh, wait, God did. For fuck's sake, people, think of all the bullshit these people put into the intellisphere, polluting the minds of children and adults alike. Actually, you know what? Don't do that just yet. That's what we're going to do in part 1 of this half-part series. We're going to catalog the bullshit. Won't that be fun? And I'm sure you'll help me out with whatever I miss, won't you? Yeah, I knew I could count on you. Until then, I'm me. Thanks for watching.